Okay, so now we're gonna do the next piece, which is pretty much this one in the middle. Um, okay, let's select the piece and Control H to hide it. Select these pieces, the working lines, and Control G to group them. Double click, call them working lines. 2. Drag it up by middle button of the mouse and put it right underneath, not rectangle but line, and we hide it. Control H. I'm gonna turn on the, well, I'm gonna clean these guys. I know they're actually reminiscent of the fillet process. So now we're gonna also drag this one up so it's in the place, and we're gonna turn on that one and working lines as well. Great. I'm gonna take these two, and I need them to work, only these two, to work for the next piece. So I'm gonna pretty much say Control D to duplicate them and unlock their options. So I'm going to move it up here, and these two we need to take them out of that group now. So it's as simple as selecting them, and you see they're inside, so you have to drag them out with the middle button of the mouse again, but to the top, not to the bottom, waiting for the line. And there you go. We select this, we Control H hide it. I know this guy's up there, and I remember this one. It's 6.4, and I know this is 0.3. 0.3. See, and this guy we have to turn on the piece to Shift H and select this guy and take it down here until it fits. So we do now this Control H this piece and Control H to hide the working solids. Okay, start doing the silhouette by going to the front view, and we're gonna do Control D to copy this guy, R, and we scale it up uniformly, so we have a little detail, a little bit more probably. And the same here, select Control D and make a little bit almost so it touches that point. What I'm gonna do now is basically create a CV curve here, which is not linear but curvilinear. I'm gonna snap to the curve by pressing C while I press the first point, a couple points, and C again to snap to this other curve to here. I'm gonna create another CV curve, starting by snapping to that curve in the bottom, 3 points, enter, and I'm gonna create another CV curve, but this time linear, because I know that that detail is linear. So I'll snap to the curve, to the last point, shift over here, shift over here, enter. Good. We need to now attach these guys correctly. Well, actually I need to cut this first, so let me do another CV curve that is linear and snap to the grid to make an axis here. I'm gonna do now, select this guy, select this guy, and edit curves, cut. I think it doesn't do it in the beginning. You have to select now the middle one and this one, say cut again. So you can get rid of this piece, and now you can actually get rid of the line of the axis. Select these two. We can say cut as well. Delete this guy. And now I think, oh, let's cut this guy as well. These two we select cut. Select the middle one here, cut. And now we're gonna select these guys and say attach. Okay, so we have to be careful now in the outliner that this is only one line, one curve here. We have to make sure which one is the one we want, because it kind of duplicates information. So this is the one, the last that we created. If you had enough space, you will be seeing which one is being created each time. So I'm going to hide this one and pretty much delete the other ones and some of the reminiscence of there. So Shift H for this one. And now this I want to actually edit, delete by type history. So if I rotate it now, after copying it, Control D, pressing J, and I make sure that it's 180 degrees. Let me see. Perfect. Now what I can do is select this one, reverse the direction, and select these two and attach. There we go. Now the only thing is left is selecting this and this, and say cut. No, there we go. So it's making a lot because it's kind of in the middle, so it's cutting all the parts where each of the lines are looking each other. I think we're gonna have a little problem. This was cut as well, but let's see if we can do it now by attaching them again. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and attach. There we go. Remember that we're gonna have a mess here, so we have to go to edit and delete by type history and hide it so we can start getting rid of the other working lines that that emerge as we go. This is the one we need. It's good. Now we're gonna do is select it and go to surface bevel plus, and as you press that, it comes out this nice detail that we can control quite easily now in terms of dimension by Control A to go to the attribute editor and bevel plus here one. We can change things such as how much they come out. We can say the first thing's bevel inside. We can just also arrange how much the bevel is coming out and how much they spread in. There we go. This one's good, and I think it's good. I like it. Probably it's a little too big. Let's make it a little smaller. Here and here. Oh, nice, perfect. When you do the bevel plus, you basically create a mesh, which is basically a polygon surface. That's why I said in the beginning that we're going to work with both. I'm going to hide this, Control H, and I'm going to do a similar thing with this guy, which is going to be another bevel plus. And another option that you have, you go to bevel plus 2 in this case, is pretty much get rid of the caps here, so you don't have the back side. And you can say set this one to 0, so it's just that size. If we turn on this by Shift H and this one W and take it out, we see that actually it's a perfect piece for this. If we turn on the piece to Shift H here, we'll see it's working okay. We can select it and just move it out a little bit. Oh, sorry, something happened there. Piece 2. Oh yeah, I have to delete by type history that one. So they're actually a group. Now there we go. Now we're gonna select this guy and we're gonna scale it up so they actually correspond in size. Yeah. And the next we're gonna do this little cut here is very easy, and the top part, and also the axis. So it's gonna be pretty much ready because everything's gonna be about mirroring. Okay.